In this video, I'll teach you how to do a handstand hold. Holding a handstand may need several components such as strength, balance, and control. I'll be breaking down each of them in this tutorial. Whether you're a complete beginner or just looking to refine your technique, this guide will take you through a step-by-step to confidently stand in your hands. Ready to flip your world upside down?
The queen, I'm the alpha, the omega, everything in between.
Ride with the mob, Allah, check you and me, and we get job.
What's going on guys, Xavier here from Focus Satellites. First of all, to perform a handstand hold, we must understand that this is an intermediate skill, which means we need a certain strength level and mobility to perform this skill. Before that, let's do a breakdown of the form of a handstand hold. The form of a proper handstand hold is to maintaining a straight aligned body while upside down. First of all, we'll start with the hand placement. The hand placement will be slightly more than shoulder width apart and your fingers are spread wide. And if you take a look at my fingers, they are actually gripping on the ground, because when you're gripping on the ground, you are actually able to control your handstand when you are actually balancing, being too forward or backwards. Giving you an example, if let's say now we are standing, so if let's say we are going to fall forward, so we need to press our toe to go back to center to maintain balance. Now let's say we are falling backwards, we need to press our heels to go back to the center position. So you need to remember that you don't press too hard that you go over balance or under balance. We just need to keep in the center position for the handstand. Okay, let's go back to the handstand form. So first of all, you need to ensure that your hands are gripping to the ground, Secondly, you need to ensure that your eyes are looking at the right position. So where should you look at? Your eyes should actually look at in between your palms. So you need to imagine there is a line out there. So when you kick up to a handstand, you do not kick over this line to maintain balance. So secondly, you need to ensure that your shoulders are above your palm. Okay, you can see that even though my shoulder is slightly out of alignment, due to the shoulder mobility, but I'm still able to maintain balance as long as that when you kick up, you can maintain a straight line. So throughout the training, you can actually slowly improve your shoulder mobility to make it even straighter for the handstand hold. Okay, the next thing to focus on is the glutes position. When you kick up to a handstand, your glutes must be kicked up above the shoulders, and your ankles must be positioned above the glutes, so you should maintain a straight line. After which, there's a few pointers to remember. So when you're in this handstand hold position, your rib cage should be in and you need to engage your core. And the next thing is your pelvis must be having a posterior pelvic tilt position. What do I mean by posterior pelvic tilt? Means the front of your pelvis should rise, the back of your pelvis should drop. Means to say that there is a slight rotation of your pelvis, like this arrow show above. So your lower back should become straighter and your whole handstand should be more straighter and firm. This is very important, it's almost the most important part of the handstand, because if you look at other handstand tutorial, they will also teach about this posterior pelvic tilt. So when you kick up to a handstand, you want to reach as close to this posterior pelvic tilt as soon as possible, because if let's say you don't hit to this position, then your legs will actually kind of fall backwards, and then when you fall backwards, then you will become like topple over and then cannot balance. So that's why when you want to kick out, you want to be slightly under kick, go into this position, then tense out everything, then you should be able to maintain this handstand hold. Okay, now we'll look at the stages of learning a handstand. So you can look at which stages you are in, then you can actually apply the technique I'm going to cover for you later. So after some of the practices, you should be able to hold a freestanding. So we'll start with the first one first. Let's say you are not able to kick up to a wall, it could mean that you could have a lack of basic strength. Okay, if you are at stage 1, you want to focus more on your basic, because the stronger you are, when you want to learn skill, is a lot easier and faster. Because if let's say you actually lack of some of the strength to perform this move, no matter how many times you kick up, you will have a lot of difficulty along the way. So the best way is to actually build the foundation. So you want to ensure you can actually do 20 push-ups first. After you are able to do 20 push-ups, you want to try to do pipe push-up, and you want to ensure you are able to do 10 of them, because this will help you a lot with your shoulder strength to actually hold the handstand. Then next one, you want to go to the pipe hold. So this pipe hold, you will just need to hold 30 seconds on the pipe push-up position at the top position. Just hold there for 30 seconds. The next move you want to master is the frog stand. You want to actually hold at least 10 seconds comfortably. So in this position, you will get a concept of what is it like standing on your hands. So you can actually rock slightly forward or backwards to actually know how the hand balancing works when you actually press your fingers or press the back of your palm to actually maintain the balance. So in this position, you also want to remember that you want to tense up your whole body because everything is about body awareness. After you can kick up against the wall, you can try these two exercises that will help your handstand hold. So the first exercise is after you kick up to a handstand, you need to slowly kick up first. So make sure you have full body control. It's not like you kick up and then bang against the wall. So after your heels touch the wall, right, you want to slowly press down your fingers so that your heels will want to come off from the wall naturally. Then after you come off from the wall, right, then you just want to stay in a straight line balance for about 5 seconds. Then you do this for repetitions. The second exercise will be handstand flutter kicks against the wall. So once you are in a handstand position against the wall, then you want to alternate legs, slowly flutter kicks to a neutral handstand position. This exercise is actually to help you to gain muscle memory and body awareness once everything is tensed up. Because you want to do flutter kicks, you want to be able to control every single movement when you're upside down. So this exercise will help you to gain control, to know where are your body is at. For example, where are your toes, or are your glutes still above the shoulder, etc. The third exercise will be hollow body hold. So in this position, you want to lie flat on the ground. Your toes are not touching on the ground and your hands are also mimicking what you'll be doing during the handstand hold. So in this position, you want to take note that you are doing a posterior pelvic tilt. Your lower back must be straight and flat against the ground because this is what I'll be doing during the handstand. So you can see that my toes are actually try to move around to visualize what is it like if let's say I'm doing other handstand shapes. After you have practiced a good amount of time of your handstand against the wall, right, for example a few months, you roughly know that okay, you have enough strength and roughly know about your body awareness. Then it's time to go to practice freestanding without the wall. So when you first practice freestanding, right, then you need to know how to build out from a field handstand. So for me, right, it's very simple. If let's say okay, first you try to under kick the handstand, then you try to hold balance, right? So if you're unable to hold balance, you can just slowly release one of your hand, just fall naturally to one of the side. So this has never failed me. So you just don't have to think too much. So you just release and then just fall to one of the side, so you will not topple down. It's about 90% of the people, right, they are very afraid of practicing free handstanding when they know that okay, it's time to try, when they actually can kick up against the wall, because they're scared that they actually topple down, or they're scared other people will be looking at them, judging at them, then when they actually embarrass themselves. Because I think everyone actually come across this point of moment to actually refine the technique. So if let's say you kick out a lot of times, right, then you realize you still don't get the technique, you can just go back to the wall and remember to kick up to a posterior pelvic tilt and make sure you can control your whole body and make sure they are in line. Then with more practice, right, you should be able to get the hang of it. During this handstand journey, right, you may hear of the expert or people who have learned the handstand. They will share with you their emotional roller coaster, and it's very real. So because some of the day you will feel very frustrated or embarrassed or no confidence, because last time during the training you are able to kick the handstand hold for a few seconds. Then now you kick up, then you suddenly lost the muscle memory, then you're scared that you need to relearn again, so etc etc. Then some of the people may tell you, oh, they learn within a few months, but some of them may take years. For me, I take about like 1 year. So you don't have to feel discouraged, because sometimes it's not about the practice make perfect, it's the perfect practice that make perfect. So you have to remember that every time you kick up to a handstand or practicing the handstand, you want to use the same technique over and over again, because you don't want to have like some days you want to use your left leg to kick up, then some days you want to use your right leg to kick up. So you want to always using the same leg to kick up, and then to hold balance, then your eyes, where your eyes are looking at, everything you must remember during the technique, then you will achieve this skill faster. So what I recommend is, for the training frequency, you want to train this skill during every start of your training session to actually hold the handstand, to actually practice more about this muscle memory. Okay, I hope this video is useful and also give you a more insight of how to do a handstand hold. So just keep practicing. So in the future, if you are able to do a handstand hold, then please tag me and let me know. If you have any other question, feel free to drop down in the comment section below. If you haven't subscribed, please do subscribe, and I'll post more videos about calisthenics and fitness in the future. See you in the next video.